Hello and welcome everyone to Little Crafter Show. My name is Eileen, aka Eileen Little Crafter. Additional information about this show and my podcast show, Arts Cousin, Everything in Between, can be found on my website, eileenthelittlecrafter.com. Alrighty, guys. So today I'm going to share with you how I made this "You're a Gem" card. The file comes from Makers Are Gonna Learn. I'm part of that group. So right now I'm just going to hit the make it or new project. So at this point, um, you can either, if you have the file uploaded or if you gave the file some tags, you can do it that way. You can do it like I said. So what you would do is the tags are really important when you upload a file. You can find them really easily. So what you'll do is, like, let's say since I saw a gem, I said, oh, a gem would be cool. So right now I'm just going to put the word gem in the search engine and hit the little spy icon or the search button, and I'm going to look for that file URGem. I'm also going to be looking at this point for the card base, the not the card base, the uh, cut file of a gem. So I found it, and I'm also going to pick that, and I'm also going to hit the gem, which is uh, from the, oh Lord, Once Upon a Christmas, Princess, excuse me, that's the word. So you'll know that the files, okay, so you click that, you'll have the little green thing. You'll know that the file is there for you when you see the little circle icons down on the bottom. So then you're going to hit insert. Excuse me, had a little. Alright, so now we're going to upload this particular thing. So first off, we're going to start with duplicating your gem twice. So you'll hit the little duplicate there, or you can hit it when you hit right click on your computer mouse. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to take one of them and we're going to make them into a print file, or print and cut, I should say. And you, at this point, you can change the color to whatever color you like, but I chose to leave it black. So I'm going to leave it black. And so at this point, oops, made a little oopsie. And now at this point, I'm going to take one of them and I am going to hit hide contour. Again, you can, it's on the down on the right, on the bottom, or you can just right click your mouse and you'll see a hide contour. So we're going to take away the words "you are a gem," and you're just going to go through the process. You can always go down that little like list thingy on the right, and so what you're going to do is, you just, like I said, just going to go down and we're going to take everything away, even the outline of the gem. Just going to use the inner part of that, and we're going to make it into a color. So now at this point, that's all we're going to be left with, so that we can make the interior color for the gem. So at this point, I'm using the color. I was going to make it berry, make it kind of look like the same card that I was working on, but I said, no, let me make it into, for the video purposes, I decided to make it a jade color, which is right there, the preset of the color. And then we're going to take that gem and we're going to line it up with the other gem as best as possible. And you'll know that it's lined up correctly once you see no more of the white spots of the gem lines. And we're going to right click it. We're going to right click it until you see that little purple like lasso or box. And we're going to go all the way down and we're going to hit flatten on down on the bottom, or you can always hit flatten when you hit your right click of your mouse. So that part is done. It's really simple, very easy, very fun. At this point, I kind of did make a bit of a boo-boo. I've made three duplicates when I was only supposed to make one, and I'll show you that in a minute. So the reason why you should only make two is because it saves you time and work, you know. So I'm going to make this card. I'm going to unlock the proportion lock. You can do it either on the top where you see the width and height button, the numbers, or you can always do it on the image itself. And at this point, I'm going to make the card 6 by 5. I didn't make it a print and cut file. I actually just cut it out of some printable, what is that? Printable cardstock, and that's what I did for the other gem. So I just remembered, I said, oops, wait a minute, I only need one because I'm going to duplicate that right after I'm done with that. So I'm just going to put 6 by 5, and then after I do that, I will hit the duplicate button. Again, you can either right click it, or you can, and now at this point I forgot to show you, the voiceover was just horrible, so I have to redo the voiceover. So anyway guys, so like I was saying, is it's just that you're just going to right click it, or you can just hit the duplicate button on the top, and then you're going to hit the flip button, and then you're going to flip it horizontally. At this point, you're going to line up the little lines perfectly. Once you do that, then you're going to right click it. Yep, I'm having a little trouble. Right click it so that you can finally weld it together. So I'm like, wait a minute, it doesn't look right. And it's not doing what I wanted to do. So let me move it down just a tad. So at that point, now everything seems to be working. And now I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to hit the weld button. Again, you can do it down on the bottom, or you can always right click it as well. And that will be the base of your card. Yay! So at this point, I said, let me change the background, because I don't know about you guys, but when I try to work with the score line, when I'm, whoopsie, made a mistake, I can never see it. So I'm like, okay, let me change the background so that we can all see it, not just you. Um, I don't know, it just, all right, so now at this point, I am trying to make sure that it's straight, and I'm going to make sure that it's, you know, a little lined up. If you go past the line, you know, like of the shape of the card, that's okay. It won't mess up in any way. I've done that before. And now I'm going to right click it, the whole thing, and I'm going to make sure that it is lined horizontally, centered horizontally. And I'm going to right click it again, and I am going to press attach. Again, you can use attach on the bottom, or your mouse, the right key button. All right, so at this point, I said, let me show you guys what I didn't make the card blue. All right, so now I'm going to work on, what is this? This is crystal. I'm going to change that to crystal candy. When I worked on the first card, I used, like, let's say a light blue, I mean a light pink, and then for the background, I kind of used a lighter, excuse me, a lighter color and then a darker color. So that's what I'm kind of demonstrating right now. At this point, I just kind of made that gem a little slightly smaller. So, and I also wanted to show you that, you know, what the card base would look like white, because that's what I use. Since my card base, uh, actually what I want to say was the reason why I use the card base uh, printable cardstock was because um, I didn't have any other like thicker cardstock to make the card. So I would recommend like maybe watercolor if you don't have like thicker cardstock. Watercolor, mixed media paper is really good. I've made a couple of cards out of mixed media paper as well. I haven't actually print and cut on that for my Cricut, but if I do, I definitely will make a video on that. Um, So this is just some options that you can throw out there if you don't have, like, let's say, um, thicker cardstock, because I knew that if you put it on a lighter cardstock, sometimes your card bases don't always hold up the way you want it to. So right now, I am just unlocking the You Are a Gem, and I am fitting it to make sure that it fits the 5 by 4 gem, the green gem, the dark green gem. I'm going to right click it, and I'm just going to hit the flatten button, the flat button. Again, you can hit that down below, or you can always um, right click it. So that's basically what everything looks like. Um, so now I'm just going to place everything there to show you what this all looks like. This was a really fun card. I kind of used play on words, and it was really cool. So in the picture, it wasn't all that great. So, but the other thing that I didn't remember was to make like another score line. So if the person wanted to display the card, that was the other thing that, I made a mistake about. So what I would suggest is make another score line at the tip of the back of the card. Um, I don't know. I feel like maybe for me this may take practice, because I'm always like just measuring, but like just around about there, or maybe a little more, just something a little, so that you guys can, display it, or have the person display that card. And so yes, I'm just kind of eyeballing at this point. And then I will right click that, move that out the way. I'm gonna right click it. Oopsie. So I'm just gonna undo, and then I'm just gonna right click it and attach that as well. Either you can do your right mouse, or you can do it on the bottom. And I'm just gonna hit arrange forward, and that should be it. Alrighty guys, this was a really fun card. Again, the file is from Makers Are Gonna Learn, which is Tenor Bell's group. It's a really fun group. I've learned a lot, and it's really fun talking to and seeing the other projects from the other members, and seeing Tenor with his tips and tricks. It's always fun. We get really awesome, good ideas. So anyway, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Or you can always email me. My email address is eileen@eileenlocorotta.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.